welcome to Let's Talk Live. Hi, and look who it is, it's Eileen Wayne.
I know, I'm so excited to be here with you. I had a lot of fun my last time.
Yes, I know, I did too, so I was happy that you were able to come and hang out again.
I know, this is great on a Monday, and it's been like such a fun day here on WJLA.
It has been a unique day because it was Donnie Simpson Day earlier, so we spent the last 2 hours hanging out with the Simpson family, and
they are so great.
Yeah.
And you got to work with Donnie.
Yeah, I worked with Donnie for about 12 years doing traffic with him on his morning show.
He's such an amazing, amazing guy. Best of luck to Donnie Simpson today.
Yeah, Magic 102.3.
3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock.
Exactly.
Yeah, so good time. So how was your weekend?
My weekend was awesome. It was my bachelorette party weekend.
Woo! And you're still in the upright position.
Still in the upright position. I'm like counting down till, I'm so excited to be here, obviously with all of you, but I'm so excited to go home and take a little bit of a nap.
So it's November 7th.
I know.
Wow.
Have you set a date, by the way?
Maybe. We're working on it.
We're
working on a date.
And how was your weekend?
It was good. It was really good. I got a caterer. Yes.
Awesome. Like I told you, once you get that, it's like you got the big stuff and then you're good.
And everything kind of falls into place.
That's what they say.
I was worried about a caterer because if not, it was going to be like beanie weenies for everybody. So this is good.
That's awesome. I'm so excited for you.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, coming up on the show today, oh man, it's summer restaurant week. So later on, we're going to be cooking up some delicious dishes that includes everyone from vegetarians to vegans. Is there, I didn't know there was a difference, vegetarian and vegan.
Yeah, the vegans, they don't eat the eggs and like vegetarian. I mean, the only reason I know is just from what I've read because I like my meat.
Right, yeah, chicken, fish, you know, some red meat.
But it's like they don't, I think the vegans, they don't do cheese, eggs, like anything that has any type of dairy in it. So,
wow.
Anyways, restaurant week, we'll get excited about that. Also, should you rent or should you buy a home? This is so critical in my life right now. We'll actually have a realtor here who's going to help determine which is better for you.
Oh yeah, to rent or to buy?
The big question.
Yeah.
Well, you own a home right now,
I own a home. I own a townhome, but I'm looking to buy like a bigger home.
Aren't we all? Yes. I'm renting right now, but it's just one of those. So this is actually going to be a really interesting segment because you wonder, it's like, am I wasting money? You know, paying rent every single month.
And is now the time to do it? Because I heard you want to put your house up in like the springtime.
Oh, right.
To sell before everybody gets ready to go back to school, that sort of thing. So.
All right. Well, good stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm interested.
We'll be paying very close attention.
I was going to say we're supposed to be doing
the
interview, but I should be taking notes on each segment here. All right, so here we go. A woman who has biked over 3,000 miles from California to Washington, D.C. I want to know, how does her booty feel? Because
oh my gosh,
you go to spin class and it's like, I can't do 30 minutes. But she is going to be here with her solar-charged electric bicycle. She will be here to share her story and her journey. Like from California to D.C.
That is so
on a
wild.
bike.
And look at that. I mean, it's solar panel.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So it'll be an interesting, talk about interesting commute. I want to know how people like treated her on the roads.
And like, meeting like certain new people along the way. We'll talk to her coming up.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, now trending. This is the big part. It's National Love My Feet Day.
Oh my goodness. Do you have good feet?
I hate my feet.
Really? I have tiny little feet.
You do?
That's the smallest thing I have is like,
oh my God, I know, your feet are so cute.
Yeah.
But no, you know, it's our feet take such a beating, you know, between the heels that we wear, you know, the little flippy floppies, exactly. So, we're giving them a little recognition on National I Love My Feet Day.
Absolutely. People are celebrating the value of their feet and giving them a little extra attention today, a little extra pampering. So put those tootsies up, give them a good scrub, and don't forget, you know, you don't want to take them for granted, so you got to take care of your feet.
Wait, are they giving away free pedicures
That's
anywhere?
What we should have done.
Come
we should have been here with a pedicure and our feet.
Feet up.
Yes, and a little massaging chair.
I could have totally gone for that.
Why didn't we have that today?
I know, seriously.
All right, well now to some stories that are topping celebrity news. T Swift back in the front line again, giving concert goers, well, some sweet surprises. So on Saturday,
oh, that's right. She had Julia Roberts and Joan Baez join her on stage at Santa Clara, California show. The two danced while Swift sang style.
Oh, I like that.
That is so cool.
Got that James Dean. Yeah.
She is also really good about doing that at a lot of her concerts. I've never seen her perform live. I would really love to, but because she's done that a few times, like brought out like some random celebrities on stage with her.
Yeah, she's always fun to go to. I've never seen her in concert, but I've heard that she does that a lot. She'll just bring up like whoever, like, okay, so if you're in Michigan, she's likely to bring Eminem up on stage if she, if he happens to be in town.
Yeah. I know, so it makes going to her concert even that much more fun because you never know really what's going to happen. What you're going to expect.
What to expect, that's right.
And the force is with Star Wars fans.
Uh-oh.
That's right. Lucasfilm Saturday released the first image of the cast of the new Star Wars spinoff, Star Wars Rogue One.
Ooh, I'm interested to see this because the good news is, Eileen, well, you don't want to stop there. Disney announced plans to add a Star Wars-themed attractions Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Ooh, that'll be fun. No word on when the park goers will be able to take control of the Millennium Falcon, but yeah, it's coming.
Star Wars Rogue One slated for December 2016.
Are you a huge Star Wars fan?
I'm actually not.
Not? Yeah.
I know. I just never got into it. I think that it's one of those things, I mean, you know what? That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
When I go home and I watch my TV today as I'm dozing off, taking my little siesta with Petey Boy, maybe we'll watch a little Star Wars.
Yeah, it's good. It really is good. All right, well, speaking of movies, it was an impressive turnout this weekend at the box office for the new film, Straight Outta Compton. It went straight for the top spot, earning over $56 million for moviegoers. Wow.
That tally was big enough to be ranked as the biggest ever August debut for an R-rated movie. The film, the story that tells of the controversial rap group NWA, was expected to earn around $20 million.
Wow. Wow, man. So when NWA hit, I mean, that's when all of a sudden all of these albums had to come out with like parental advisory and all of that. NWA was one of the groups that actually led to that crusade for that to happen. So,
okay, I didn't know that. This is actually something that I really would like to see.
I do too.
I've heard some great reviews.
Yeah,
so.
That's cool. And Dr. Dre's son plays him in the movie, and I think he looks like him a lot. He favors his dad a lot.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And also a new way to motivate yourself to work out.
It's hypnosis.
Hypnosis.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Bring it. Seriously, that's what I need.
But can you really be hypnotized to exercise? That sounds like a Biggie song. ABC's Deborah Roberts has more.
You're beginning to feel your eyelids getting heavy?
We've all seen it in the movies, to get you doing what you don't want to do.
Just zonked me out so that, like, I don't know that I'm at work.
Hypnosis is used for all kinds of things, but to jumpstart your workout? Turns out lots of people, including Hollywood actress Olivia Munn, swear by hypnosis as the key to their motivation. She even posted her kick-butt workout videos on her Instagram.
Exhale all and any tension.
Hypnotist Elena Beloff says she's changed many lives through hypnosis. Right now, trying to help 21-year-old Maggie Caputi reach her goal of running a half marathon.
Can hypnosis really help get you to the gym?
Yes, absolutely. You are in a trance-like state, in a very relaxed, dreamy-like state. You can see yourself exercising, and you can see yourself getting the benefits, so your mind gets excited by it.
One of her clients, 42-year-old Kevin Johnson, says he went from chain smoking to pumping iron.
Every day after work, instead of getting a snack or having a cigarette, I now just go straight to the gym.
Now 15 pounds lighter, Kevin feels great.
Hypnosis has put a positive spin on my life, so I look forward to living a healthier life.
Believe it or not, even the American Psychiatric Association gives hypnosis a thumbs up, but some are quick to caution it's not a magic pill.
Hypnosis is not going to be a magic bullet to get somebody to get healthier, eat better, work out.
Beloff acknowledges that real workout results come from discipline and hard work, but says hypnosis may help you get there.
So when will you go exercise?
Tomorrow morning at 5:30.
5:30. Wonderful.
Can you do it? Do you think you could be hypnotized? I mean, I was hypnotized, I was going to say, on the morning show.
What was it like?
I didn't really realize that I was hypnotized until I saw the playback, and they had me, like, I forgot what it was, but he would say it. I would stand up and say, I love DC traffic. So I think,
that's so funny.
I think I could do it. If somebody would hypnotize me, I think it would work.
I hope so. I need someone to hypnotize me to get me to work out. Anyways, speaking of workouts, our next guest has crossed the country solo on a solar-charged electric bicycle.
Oh, yeah.
She's trekked 3,000 miles from Ventura, California to Washington, D.C. to spread her message of ways to get well and do well. Today we welcome Marissa Muller to Let's Talk Live. Hi.
Thank you. It's exciting to be here.
We're excited to have you. So we have so many questions. I just got to ask straight out of my mouth. How does your tushy feel after riding 3,000 miles? Because that's all I can do to get through 30 minutes of a spin class on a bike.
I was actually highly concerned. That was one of my biggest fears. The same thought. That's going to be a hard seat. So specialized bike. It's a specialized bike. It's called the Turbo S. And what they did, they gave me a 2-hour fitting. So I recommend anytime you go cycling to get fit for the bicycle.
Okay.
So within this body geometry fit, the first thing they did was sit me down on a foam bench, like a memory foam bench, where they measured my sit bones and looked at the distance. So the bones are actually sitting on the seat versus other parts where pressure would arrive. And so yeah, then they tested my flexibility, my core strength, and put all these parameters, and then 3D imagery of me cycling, and did all this fine tuning. And I have to say, I'm more comfortable on that bike than any other bike I've ridden.
That is amazing. So how long have you been riding, and kind of what prompted you to want to do this?
Sure, yeah, so I left Memorial Day weekend. So over 2 months now I've been on the road. And the reason for it, I was just over-traveled for work. I felt like I lost balance with my own physical, mental wellness and strength. And I'd been dreaming about pairing an electric bike and solar. I think it's just a great example of clean power for an alternative to a car. You can ride an e-bike and have some speed. And then, of course, solar energy is a vehicle to charge with clean electricity. So 5 years ago, the idea was born, but I never had the courage, and it was just me kind of hitting a bit of a low, just being in and out of airplanes too much for work, that I thought, where would I rather be? And it was sitting on my saddle, crossing the country.
Well, we've seen some pictures. This isn't, I think until you brought the bike in, because we actually have the bike that we're going to show, I didn't imagine that solar panel being that wide. Like, that's something to get used to. This isn't your typical, well, back in the day, Schwinn bike. I mean, this is like an additional like width and weight and everything. How was that pedaling?
That was my question. I mean, the weight.
Yeah, so again, great questions. The whole emphasis is around efficiency, so stripping out weight as much as I could to be a lean machine.
Right.
So I work with SunPower, a Bay Area solar company, and they have the most efficient solar cells, so every little square is considered a solar cell. And it's a 240-watt solar panel, which matches the 250-watt motor in my bike. So they're more or less in parallel. So you could think of a 240-watt solar panel as charging about 40 cell phones. So that's a power output.
Right.
A traditional panel that size weighs about 30 pounds. And I tried to pick up the standard panel that goes on people's rooftop with a lot of glass to protect it from hailstorms and whatnot. And I could barely slide it into my car.
Wow.
And I talked to SunPower. I'm like, I can't even imagine biking up a hill with this.
Right.
We got to think outside the box. And they were incredibly supportive. All the engineers rallied around, and we created a flexible panel. So it's actually almost a print in terms of the flexibility, lightweight. So we stripped out 20 pounds, got it down to a 10-pound panel. So that helps quite a bit. The rig itself, so my gear inside the yellow trailer, weighs about 50 pounds, and there's a lot of spare tubes and a pump in there. I've had about 7 flats, so I've become an old pro. If you guys have flat tires, hire me.
And, so those thighs can go, you could do anything with your legs right now.
Yeah, and I have the motor assist, so I can kind of toggle, almost like the insanity mode in a Tesla. If I really wanted some speed to get out of a bit of a perilous situation, I could put it in full 100% support and really kind of move forward.
Did you charge your phone while you were on here?
I could charge my phone.
I was going to say, I mean, you know, you could have had like a little solar power, you could have nuked a little something, you know, heated up some food while you were
while you're on the go.
While you're on the go.
So let me ask you this, as a traffic reporter, we're constantly, I know today I was paying close attention to this, but I know of like 3 different accidents that we talked about early this morning involving cyclists. So what was your experience like being on the road? And you're not just on some, you know, rinky-dink backside, you know, neighborhood street, you're on the road. What was your experience like with other vehicles?
And yeah, that was probably my biggest awareness. My goal was to arrive to Washington, D.C. in one piece, safe and sound. And I was conscious because most of these roads that I was on, they weren't aware that a cyclist would be there, and let alone the size of the cyclist coming through. So my rear view mirror was my saving grace. I have a lot of tech on me, but the simplicity of a rear view mirror was pretty critical. So I would do a lot of scanning, probably ride 80% of the day in the rear view mirror to see a car approaching and either see if they're starting to wrap, if not, get off the side of the road and let them pass by. So people ask me, did you listen to music, podcasts, TED Talks? Nope. 100% concentration, full focus. It was a really intense day. I was more mentally exhausted at the end of the day than physically, just because of, you know, rivets in the road, you know, big rigs flying by you. I think my senses have become so alerted now, even just being in DC off the bike.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just hyperly conscious and aware of all movements, and I have kind of grown to adapt the bike around me. So even as I'm riding that long solar panel, I kind of tuck in my shoulders or my elbows to feel like, okay, get through that corner.
Oh my gosh.
So it has become an extension of me.
How is the weather? I would
Yeah,
imagine.
that was my biggest thing. So as a meteorologist, I mean, one, I think that it's fantastic what you're doing because, you know, the solar panel and really trying to kind of utilize, you know, a different form of energy. So weather, I mean, what do you do? I mean, when there's like bad weather, like storms or something that are coming?
I was concerned of tornadoes. I went through Oklahoma City, so my route was from, once I hit LA, Route 66 all the way to Oklahoma City, and then I just continued east trying to catch as much sunshine. So yeah, I would just check the weather every morning, and 70% chance of rain, I'd still just go for it. I had rainy days, and that's when you really rely on your leg strength and let go of the motor, since I wasn't charging it with the sun. There was no sun available. So yeah, I was really lucky though, I have to say. As I left Oklahoma City, I got 2 text messages from folks I met saying, you are incredibly lucky, angels must be at your back. It's now flooding. Same thing in Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Oh my goodness!
A couple days after. So I think I've just been ahead of all the weather systems.
Good for you.
So really lucky. I've had a lot of luck on my shoulder.
Well, you go, girl. Marissa, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story with us. We're so proud of you. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. All right, well, stay with us because still ahead on Let's Talk Live, it is Summer Restaurant Week, and that begins today in our area, which means there are many great deals on steals you can score at local restaurants. Stay with us to see what they're cooking up for their guests.
And make sure you follow us on Twitter as we live tweet during the show and post behind the scenes photos. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
Well, I was talking about that, Courtney, but... Well, yes, peeking out behind the bread and the ice cream and all kinds of fun stuff, here we are at Let's Talk Live, and the summer season is just winding down. I don't want to see it go. So to celebrate with a unique end of Summer Bash, lifestyle and entertaining expert Lamar Suss is here to show us how to make our shindig stand out amongst the crowd. So welcome, Lamar.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for coming in. So now we got to start off with, like, what makes, you know, a summer party different from like a shindig, like an event?
Exactly. And so a lot of summer parties end up becoming family reunions of sorts, right? So all the cousins from all different places, they meet in one location. So a great way to show your unity is by creating custom gear. And so these over here I made on customink.com, which is a great online retailer for custom apparel and accessories. So you can see this t-shirt. It says my last name, Sus Family, Summer 2015.
Yes.
You can see the frisbees. So you can really customize everything from t-shirts to frisbees to whatever you want, and that's at customink.com.
Right. That always makes it fun.
Exactly.
And so that's the easy way to do it with the t-shirts and everything. So what are some of the other fun ways to serve the snacks?
Okay, so serving snacks. So what you can do, you can get is a nice bread basket, and you can see what I've done over here is just cut it up. You know, you have some cheese, you have some fruit, and these are from La Brea Bakery. And La Brea is a top artisan bread maker in the U.S. They create handcrafted breads using simple, high-quality ingredients. They have over more than 200 different varieties of artisan breads. And now through September, La Brea Bakery is traveling across the country with their Breaking Bread Tour. And from September 3rd to the 7th, the tour is going to be in Washington, D.C. So you definitely want to look out for that. And you can get more information at labreabakery.com.
Okay, that's good. And good grapes, too. They were tasty.
Oh, yes.
All right, so now, for the adults coming to the reunions and having fun.
Exactly.
The beverages, the adult beverages.
Exactly. So we have the adult beverages. But before we get to those, just really quickly, an easy way to serve some of the snacks is by putting them in a beach pail. So here I have from Popcorn Indiana, it's their Fit line, only 37 calories for a cup, so it's really you can
for the whole thing?
Well, this is about 3 cups. So, but even so, that's only about 100 calories.
Right, I was going to say
a little over. So you can tell, again, a way to indulge guilt-free, really easy and fun way to do that.
Of course.
And then here, what I've also done here for the whole family is a frozen custard bar. So you just take a muffin pan, you put all of the toppings for the frozen custard bar.
Right.
And the frozen custard is it's brand new from Edie's. You have all different varieties, from peanut butter pie to snickerdoodle, vanilla. And think of frozen custard kind of like ice cream's creamier cousin.
Right.
It's thick, it's creamy, it's delicious, and it's perfect for any summer party that you're throwing. So now,
but I like this idea of the muffin pan, because that way you don't have all these little different jars sitting out there taking up space.
Exactly.
It's just the muffin pan to put what you need in there and you're good.
Exactly, and it's really easy to transport from the kitchen to the party.
Right.
And then you don't want to be playing bartender all night long.
Of course
So
not.
we have 2 options. For the non-alcoholic, we have the SodaStream Power. What's nice about it is you can actually plug it in, and there are 3 sets. So you can have some people like it less carbonated. I like it super carbonated.
Okay.
So you can just press the button and what you want. People can make their own drinks. You can add some infuse it with fruit, whatever you might want.
Oh, cool.
And it really just makes water exciting. And you can get that at sodastream.com. And then for the adults, I always like to, it's spritzer season, so you want to have something fresh, crisp, delicious. This is from Barefoot. It's their Barefoot Refresh. And all you can do is just you pour it right over ice.
Okay.
Or, you can serve it chilled as well. But you can just pick up a bunch of different varieties. And it's just really, you have a few different varieties, and then you don't have to play bartender all night long.
That is a good idea. All right, now what's some other fun stuff? Like I know you talk about photo booths.
Yes.
I love photo booths. We had one here at the station a couple weeks ago for a little barbecue that we had here.
So a really easy thing to do is just cut, you can print them out online, just different pictures. You can do a watermelon, you can do funny sunglasses, you can do mustaches, whatever you want. Everyone has a cell phone, and have people take out their cell phone, do a Polaroid camera, whatever you have at home, and then this way you can just have a fun way. And then if you want, you can also customize some things at customink.com, and then you can incorporate that into the photo booth as well.
That is awesome. Okay, so now we've already got the dessert.
Yes.
This is good to go. We've already got our snacks. What are we missing? Are we missing anything?
No, you just, grab a drink and you're ready to go.
Well, then hand me the drink,
That's
girl. Let's
right.
get this party started.
There's yours.
Okay, and don't forget to grab one for yourself.
Oh, don't you worry.
All right, Lamar says, I love this. I want to be part of the family, for nothing else, just so I can get one of these cool t-shirts, because I love that. All right, cheers. Unique summertime parties. Thank you, Lamar. We appreciate you coming in.
Thanks so much.
All right, thanks. And we stick with us, because we will be back with more of Let's Talk Live. I already sound like I've been drinking. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Live. You know, more Americans are renting homes and paying more than ever. So this raises the question, is it better to rent or buy a house right now? Everyone's situation is different, but we are so lucky to have Adam Yobst here from MRIS to share the top factors you need to consider before you decide to rent or to buy. Adam, this is a big question. I know personally I'm kind of struggling with right now. You know, is it better to rent or buy? So what is it?
Well, I don't have the answer for everyone, of course.
Yeah.
It's up to every individual to decide what's best for them and you know, perhaps whether they want to consider buying or renting.
Okay.
The millennials are the group that's sort of up at bat right now, so to speak, in the home ownership game.
Exactly.
And historically, they've been sort of taking a little longer. They've been enjoying renting life for a little bit longer, the convenience and flexibility there. So we're seeing that trend. They've obviously decided to put off home ownership for a little while, but we're expecting them to come around and eventually buy.
Okay. So, I mean, because the amount that you're paying, I mean, as far as renting can seem like a lot, and everyone always tells you, you know, you're just wasting your money. You don't have any investment in anything. I mean, but is the market in a place right now where it really is, you would think that it would be much better suited to put that money towards a home?
Yes, well, I think most people would agree that home ownership is a good idea.
Of course.
It can be challenging right now, and so rental rates are high, especially in D.C. right now. So it's a little harder for potential homeowners to set aside the required money to purchase a home.
Right.
So it can be a little challenging, but there's a lot of benefit to home ownership. You know, things like equity gain, for example.
Right.
And being able to make money on something that you live in is a good benefit. There's also several tax deductions that you can get when you purchase a home that you just don't get when you're a renter.
Right.
There's all kinds of other things like you can decorate the house anywhere that you want.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait until somebody gives you permission to paint that fence or to renovate the kitchen, for example. You can do what you want. It's your palace.
Yes.
And so you can make it whatever you want.
Yeah, and that's kind of, you know, what I'm thinking about. So, I mean, for someone maybe who's thinking about, you know, putting money away, I mean, how much money do we need to put away every single month, you know, and what kind of down payments are we talking about?
Right. Thank you for asking. That's a big point. So anybody that's considering buying a home, a couple of things that you want to consider. Most real estate financial experts agree that a buyer's monthly payment towards their mortgage should not exceed 28% of their gross monthly income.
Okay.
So knowing what 28% of your gross monthly income is will allow you to determine what average home price you should be shopping in.
Okay, no, that's awesome. By the way, I'm taking notes here as we're going through because I'm going to be sharing this with my fiance later on this evening. So 28% of your income is kind of a good estimate of the monthly payment that you should have.
Exactly. Now, in addition to that, you need to make sure you set aside enough money to pay at closing.
Okay.
And we recommend a minimum of 6% of the sales price that you pay at closing when you buy the home and you get the keys.
Right, because sometimes those are like the extra costs that you don't necessarily think of.
Right.
And so 6% for the closing costs.
Yes, a minimum of 6%.
Okay.
Depending on the loan that you get, it might go up.
Okay.
And an experienced buyer agent will be able to assist buyers on even negotiating that further down by asking the seller to contribute to some of those fees as well. So I would encourage anybody that's considering buying real estate to talk to a trusted real estate professional they know, and ask them about some strategies that might allow them to buy that house for even less than 6% down.
Okay, and then property taxes. That's another big thing to consider when buying a house.
For sure, yes. Now the good news about property taxes, just like mortgage insurance, is it is tax deductible. So there is a benefit to that. But yes, you want to make sure that you include the property taxes in your estimated monthly payment, for sure.
Okay, but you would, I mean, so essentially you're saying it's not bad to be renting either.
No, there are some circumstances where you may consider renting instead of buying. If, for example, you're in a long-term relationship, right, and you're thinking about if everything goes as planned and you end up moving sometime in the next 5 years, you might want to put off home ownership until you can put your roots down and being in a house for more than 3 to 4 years.
Okay. Wonderful. Yeah. This is all such great information. Adam, thank you so much for joining us and sharing with all of our viewers some really, really great information. So
happy to do it.
Thank you so much. And we are going to have much more on Let's Talk Live after the break. Hope you'll stay with us.
RANW Summer Restaurant Week begins today. We have our pop-up chef right here with us.
These are getting hot in the kitchen.
Yes, they are. Can we get the prompter, please? There we go. This biannual event invites diners to experience Washington's top restaurants at an affordable price point. Oh, yes.
I know. And, you know, this year, some restaurants are even serving up vegetarian and gluten-free dishes for those that are eating, you know, with special dietary restrictions. So here with more on what his restaurant, El Centro, will be offering guests is Terry Nadas. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
So you've got all kinds of goodness going on here.
A lot of goodness, because, you know, that's a good point, because there's so many people now that have, you know, these different dietary restrictions, and, you know, going to a restaurant, it must be really difficult. So what do you have, what are you guys featuring?
So here we have our vegetarian enchiladas, which are also gluten-free.
Okay. Oh.
It's fresh sautéed spinach.
Okay.
Some roasted cremini mushrooms. Some fresh queso requesón, which will...
So fresh who? What?
Queso requesón.
Got it. I know that's cheese.
It is cheese.
Because I heard queso.
Yes, it is cheese.
Espanol for the divisionals.
Right. But to cheat a little bit, if you like, you can use fresh ricotta cheese for this, and just roll your enchiladas in your quickly fried tortillas.
Okay.
Corn tortillas, which makes this, of course, the gluten item.
That's so, yeah.
Gluten-free, excuse me.
Gluten-free. Yummy.
And then a fresh tomatillo, creamy tomatillo salsa right on top.
Man, that looks
this
good.
looks so good.
Delicious, right?
Right.
And then we'll just top it with a little bit of cheese. Monterey Jack is fine if you can't find Oaxaca cheese or Chihuahua cheese.
Chihuahua cheese?
Chihuahua cheese, yes.
Aww.
It's very similar to a mozzarella, a stringy mozzarella.
Okay.
And then the Oaxaca cheese is similar to a Monterey Jack.
Okay.
So then we'll just top it, pop that in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, 350.
Just to let the cheese melt,
Let the cheese melt. Everything should be already hot on the inside.
Okay, good.
Then what we do at El Centro is we top a little bit of crema fresca or sour cream. Okay. A little bit of lettuce with pico de gallo.
It looks so fancy.
Yeah.
Delicious, right? Very simple. Quick and easy.
Ooh, what is that?
Onions.
Pickled red onions on the top for the garnish. And then
That
now
is-
we have a delicious
Little
veggie
boom.
enchilada.
Veggie
looks
enchilada.
good.
So this is one of the dishes that you guys are featuring. I mean, what other types of, vegetarian and gluten-free dishes do you have?
Well, we do have a really good vegetarian taco,
Okay.
which is a zucchini squash, fresh mushrooms, crispy cheese, and a grilled scallion on top. Delicious.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Delicious. Which sort of, we don't want to just have steamed broccoli.
Right,
for
of course not.
vegetarians.
What fun is
so
that?
No fun.
But you
So,
also have this little dish that I want to dig into.
El Centro, it's a signature.
Okay.
This will never come off our menu. It is our slow roasted pork carnitas, cooked overnight.
Carnitas.
Yes, pork shoulder.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's no silverware?
Right.
There's no fork.
Right.
I need a fork.
You can scoop up with some tortillas if you like.
Oh,
or-
yeah, good call.
Good call, right?
I'm going to reach in front of
That's
you and I'm
fine.
going to grab some of
That
these
is fine.
chips here. So what other dishes, actually, before we get to that, the little pizza that you have
that
up
is
here.
considered a shrimp flauta, which is just a crispy flour tortilla, which we make in-house. A little spicy bean puree, adobo marinated shrimp with a little cotija cheese, with just a dried cheese, similar to a ricotta salata.
Okay.
And then just baked for 2 minutes and ready to eat.
So what are you hoping, with Restaurant Week, what are you hoping the people will come in and take away from this restaurant besides good flavor?
Right.
I'm going to get us some paper plates here, too.
We also want to let people know that modern Mexican is not just tacos on a plate. It's
Right.
we do some really nice dishes. We have a really nice mezcal marinated pork tenderloin.
Yeah.
We have some really good things. We have a crispy fried soft shell crab appetizer.
Oh, I love
We have
soft shell
some
crabs.
really, really great items.
Because the thing about this is that it's about flavor. You're right. People often think it's just tacos or something, but it's
and
about flavor.
Right, and it's just spicy. We really use the peppers just for flavor and not to really burn people's mouths. It's really just to use the deep flavors inside some of these dried chilies and some of these fresh chilies as well.
Yeah, this pork is delicious.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So you guys participating in Restaurant Week.
Yes.
El Centro, where are you located for everyone that wants to go and get their...
Right.
They're
1218 Wisconsin Avenue,
Okay.
which is one of our locations, and our second location is 14th Street between S&T.
Perfect.
So we have the similar menus for Restaurant Week. Please come try us.
And you're open for lunch and dinner?
Lunch and dinner.
Okay.
Lots of specials, drinks as well.
Drinks, margaritas, must try.
Must try.
Of course.
Okay.
Must try.
I really want to try.
Dig in,
I
please.
really want to try this. Do you mind if I dig
Please
in?
dig
Go
in.
for it.
No,
All right,
please dig
I'll
in.
do that. You can toss the break.
I'll toss the break. You just make sure you
Just
don't...
keep digging on it.
Dig in.
Yeah, just
Yes.
don't get it on your dress.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for having
Jerry
me.
Thomas. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, stay with us as we enjoy a little taste of Restaurant Week. We will be back shortly, right after the break, with more of Let's Talk Live.
On the vegetarian items.
Yeah.
Sort of even eat meatier,
But I have to say,
That's good.
another thing because for me, I sometimes feel like I can't follow up.
Yeah,
Right.
Don't have meat. But for something like that, I mean, it's so hearty, and I'm glad that you brought the meat,
Right,
just
right.
because.
Is this me now? Yeah, this is me.
What is this?
You got sales.
Okay, there. Okay.
You shut that cabinet door, Dan.
Okay.
Quick turnaround.
Wrap it up. Yeah, they were still
Okay.
talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Had enough of that.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
Hi, I'm terrific. How are you?
Good. Thank you very much. Okay.
Julie?
Yes, I'm
Right?
Julie. Yes.
Hey, Julie. How's DC?
Hot and humid today, but still not too
Yeah.
bad. I like the summer, so this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're my neighbor. I'm right up from you in New York, so.
Oh, good. Okay.
Easy train ride.
Yes.
Yeah, easy
Not
train ride.
only a couple hours. I'm going to be up in New York this weekend, as a matter of fact.
Come on up.
Well, there's still plenty of time to start and complete a kitchen or a bath project before the busy fall season arrives. Joining me today to help with these projects and more is Dan Ferris, who does creative how-to videos for HGTV.com's Dan Made. Dan was also a finalist and a fan favorite on HGTV's Design Star. So thanks for joining us, Dan. Good morning to you.
Thank you, Julie. It's a pleasure to be here.
So appearing on these shows, like how did, and doing your videos, how has that helped your career? Has your career just taken off because of all this publicity?
It completely changed. Yeah, it's completely changed my career, and that's why I'm standing in front of you now. You know, it's you know, and I'm just thankful to be able to do what I love, something I grew up doing, and I'm able to share that passion for design with so many viewers. So. On HGTV.
Right. Well, why is
Yeah.
this a time? Because, you know, we typically think, okay, we're getting ready, you know, to get the kids back into school, getting ready to get back into work,
Yeah.
vacation is over. Why is now the time, a good time, to start on a kitchen and bath project?
That's a great question, and you mentioned it earlier. With the busy fall season approaching, I think that now is the perfect time to knock out some of those projects that you may have put off through the summer. And honestly, there's so much product innovation out there now that a lot of this stuff isn't rocket science. It's stuff you can knock out in a weekend, so don't feel overwhelmed. And that's the thing I want to convey to viewers. It doesn't matter if your budget's less than $500 or more than $2,000. These are things that you can, simple upgrades like adding, you know, a vanity from the Home Decorators collection or swapping out your fixtures with Delta Smart technology. They cost less than $300. You can knock them out in a weekend, and it's going to have a great return on the investment.
And how important is it to choose the proper vanity for your bathroom?
Yeah, well, you see this beautiful one here. It's the centerpiece of the space, so it's very important to pick one that's durable and that's quality. So Home Depot has the vanity configurator on their website. They have over 500 different styles. You want to pick one that matches your style, and you can plug in your dimensions and basically create a custom vanity with the click of a button. So it's pretty amazing. And then in the kitchen, again, cabinets. That's the base. That's the most prominent feature in your kitchen. So the Hampton Bays collection is a great selection, and they have them in stock at Home Depot. They combine affordability and quality and all those things you want in a kitchen cabinet.
So Dan, what's the price range again for these? I mean, I guess it depends on how big and how much you want, but what's the going price?
Well, it depends on all that stuff that you mentioned, but a lot of these upgrades can cost less than $300, like I said. So, you know, you want to do a little bit of research, but you can do these simple upgrades without spending a ton of money or time.
Right.
You know?
Okay. So Dan, what are some, you know, the tips you can give the average person who is thinking about doing this, you know, either doing something different in the kitchen or the bathroom?
Yeah, I mean, I would upgrade to smart technology. Again, under $300 for a lot of these products. you're going to get an instant return on your investment because it's going to, you know, minimize germs in your house, reduce your cleanup time, and make you be more energy efficient. So the Delta's smart technology is pretty amazing. It's a total game changer, and it's going to upgrade your kitchen or bath instantly.
Okay. And then, so let's continue on with that thought about lighting and hardware and paint. What are some other tips that you have for us for that?
Yeah, this is a great place for, especially if you don't feel that confident in doing do-it-yourself type projects. You know, painting a wall is a great way to add instant color and beauty to a space. And Behr's Marquee Paint has a built-in primer, so it's even easier and more affordable now. You just need one coat, okay? And then the smart tile that you see below it, this is peel and stick. I should show you right here. It's peel and stick, so it's super easy to install. You can do it in probably an hour and have a whole new backsplash for less than $100. So
interesting. I'm going to get on that. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good and easy.
It's pretty easy.
Right. If I think I can do it, then anybody can do it. All right, Dan Thayer, thank you so much. Where else can we get some additional information on how to do all of these fun things that you're showing us?
Yeah, go to homedepot.com or vanityselections.homedepot.com for these guys.
All right, Dan, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it. And we still have a little bit of time left to get in there and fix up the kitchen or the bathroom. Stick with us. We will have more with Let's Talk Live coming up after the break.
Awesome. Yay, I'm excited too. And you look so tan.
Oh my gosh, let's try not to.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Live. Loudoun County is the richest county in America. However, the wealth often disguises a serious issue about youth who are homeless or at risk of being homeless in the area. So, in response, Mobile Hope is delivering school supplies and services via a bus to kids throughout the county. And here with more about Mobile Hope is Donna Fortier, the executive director and founder of the nonprofit. Donna, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for what you're doing. So, what inspired you to do this?
I guess we started about 4 years ago when it was brought to our attention from a parent liaison in one of our smaller towns that there were homeless or precariously housed kids in Loudoun County, and what could we do to help. At the time, I was Director of Community Affairs at our hospital, and thought, I can't sleep, it's making me sick, we have to do something. So we started Mobile Hope, and unbeknownst to us, it has continued to grow every year.
And you know, it's actually interesting that you bring it up, because you know, Loudoun County, it's one of those things, like, you almost don't think that there would be any homeless children, because it is such an affluent county, but there is that need, and it's so good that you guys are doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a huge need, and it's unfortunate. You know, a lot of the kids do have, but there are a lot of kids that don't, and they're just invisible and kind of unacknowledged.
And
so
you're bringing that awareness to them, and you're bringing them, you know, starting with a new school and supplies. I mean, what have you guys been doing recently to, you know, get all of these supplies?
So we have great relationships in the county with the school system, the faith community, other nonprofits. And so we just kind of made a plea that once again we're going to be doing school distribution, and we have had an overwhelming amount of support. So on the 27th, as part of one of our shopping nights, we're having the kids come in and they get to pick their school supplies. We're also partnering with different organizations to be there to offer, you know, different services as well.
That's fantastic. And you know, as far as, you know, students going back to school, you put them all on a level playing field.
Correct.
When everyone has, you know, they've got their backpacks, they've got all the supplies, because then you don't have a child that feels left out.
Right.
Or different.
Right.
So how can other people who are at home that are watching and they want to help, how can they do that?
They can reach out to Mobile Hope through our website, which is mobilehopeloudon.org. And we allow kids, you know, as young as 4 to come in and volunteer. We have a lot of the kids that receive our services come back and volunteer. And they can help us with, you know, whatever that week's needs are. And, you know, with the school supplies, you mentioned it, it is important to have these kids realize that they're not different. And, you know, a lot of people just take for granted that these kids have access to everything, and they don't. And so being able to offer them everything they need to have a normalized school experience is what, you know, we're striving for.
Exactly. And then they're going into the school year feeling confident. They have the resources that they need to succeed. And I think that that's great as well. You know, and this is great for even, you know, some of the older students, volunteer work.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we are one of the only nonprofits that allow kids as young as 4 to come in. Often we have to redo what they've done, but it gives them the opportunity to know how lucky they are, but also the importance of giving back. So we've had a lot, as I said, a lot of our clients who've come back to volunteer, and they said that they feel as though this is a place where they're not judged. So we really like that.
That must be amazing. So you started this 4 years ago, and you continue to see it thriving. Where do you see this going in the future?
Well, we hope to build a facility that would house and be a life skills center for kids 18 to 24 years of age who are aging out of the youth shelters, aging out of foster care with no real life plan in place, and to teach them life skills and to have them work with mentors and that type of thing so that they can be, you know, great citizens of the community.
That's amazing. So it really is a mobile
hope.
It really is, and
so.
It's amazing. I mean, so it must be just such a rewarding position to be in. So again, if you want to help and donate, you said August 27th?
August 27th, which is the 4th Thursday of the month. We always have shopping nights on those days, and we typically help about 100 to 200 kids that come through. Anybody can get involved, visit our website, or call at 703-771-1400.
All right, this is all some great information. Thank you so
Thanks
much
for having us. We appreciate
everything that
it.
you're doing.
Absolutely.
You know, it's always, it makes you feel good to be helping others, and thank you for spearheading all of this, Donna. Lovely to see you. And at 11:54, we're going to take a break, but we will be back to wrap it up on the other side. Stay with us. Is it really almost noon?
Yeah.
This show always goes by so fun. This is awesome.
It's just like you blink and it's gone.
I know.
So, will you come back again?
I will. Will you have me again?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, well, make sure you tune in again tomorrow at 11 because we are taking vacations. Ooh, I can't wait to hear about that. All right, see you tomorrow.